Up in the bruising win against Morecambe, and Hereford will look to the playoff experience they have to guide them through. Three of this starting lineup played in the last 2 seasons of playoff pain for the Bulls. Well, with Accrington's domination of the Nationwide Conference this season, this promotion final has long been the target of these two sides. Well, they're here now, Halifax and Hereford, and both 90 minutes away from the Football League. It's Halifax who get us off and underway. Their first ever taste of the playoffs as a football club. Hereford with painful semi-final defeats, their first taste of a conference promotion final. There'll be plenty of nerves out there, and both managers saying before the games they feel it's a question of which side settles first and settles best, which could be decisive in this encounter.
Well, the one thing about the two sides, Bill, is that for sure they can both pass and they can score goals. It's correct if one team does settle down quickly or not. We'll have to wait and see, but will it be an early mistake from someone, or someone being nice and positive and saying, well, I'm going to go forward and score that opening goal, which will set it up.
Well, it's the two best defences in the conference up against each other. Hereford only conceded 33 goals in their 42 games. No one can better that. Here's Ryan Sugden, pushing down, good movement up front. Lewis Killeen asking questions and firing wide.
It's a terrific run, isn't it? And he's picked it up deep in midfield. Good little layoff by Ryan Sugden. That's what we talk about, being positive, being confident and just taking it on. And that's what he's done, Lewis Killeen. Gone for goal, just dragged it wide of that far post. Nice and positive start by Halifax.
Lewis Killeen, a player who started off his career at Sheffield United. Chipped in with 11 goals so far this season. Interesting note on the formations. Halifax have this season predominantly been a 4-4-2 side. They changed it to great effects to see off Grays in that fascinating semi-final second leg at the Recreation Ground. Another little change today, keeping the same 11, but with Peter Atherton pushed forward into midfield, shielding really that back four. Back four which could be tested, but the ball has just rolled out of play. Rob Purdy unable to get there. He was an injury doubt coming into this game. He will go under the knife this week, have a hernia operation, but he wasn't going to miss out on an occasion like this.
Well, again, Rob was one of those guys we questioned about his performance in the semis. Not too effective in the first half, but terrific in the second period. Starting off nice and sharply in this game. It's a good little turn.
By Martin Foster, the Halifax captain. He really dragged his side through difficult times at Grays. Looked like there'd be extra time at the very least, but Halifax did so well to hold on against the top scorers in the conference. Terrific atmosphere here at the Walker Stadium. The first time that the home of Leicester City has hosted the conference promotion final. Previously it's always been at the Britannia Stadium in Stoke, but so many supporters have made the trip from the Welsh borders. Herefordshire, nearly 10,000 Hereford fans here. Not quite as many from Yorkshire and from Halifax, both contributing to what is a memorable occasion, the real showpiece of non-league football. Foster. This is Lewis Killeen inviting Doughty forward. Simon Travis with the interception. Ryan Green offering support. And this is Craig Stanley. Makandawari, the captain. Just trying to get their passing game going, but thwarted by some resolute defending from Halifax Town. This is Tyrone Thompson.
think as well, Bill, as Halifax, we talked about them at the top of the show and possibly the formation that they would be playing. Would it be different to the formation that played in the semis? Well, it looks like Peter Appleton is sitting into a back three, so the two fullbacks are pushing forward as often as they can.
In comes the cross. Makandawari wasn't sure who was about him. He took the safety first option, and he's given Halifax the first corner of the afternoon.
Well, he's done well to get any sort of cross in here at all. It's a decent little stand-up ball into that central area. Makandawari just making sure.
Hereford with the better of recent encounters between these two sides. They've won 5 of the last 7 meetings. This is the first bit of a test for Graham Turner's side from a set piece. How will they deal with it? These could be crucial as the afternoon goes on. Sugden got the touch on. Appeals for handball. The referee not impressed.
That's a good header at the near post, and it has come off Makandawari's hand, I think, as he tried to sort of get out of the way. We see it again here. Ryan Sugden makes a good run, gets the flick on. Definitely for me, coming off of his left hand. To see it again. Then we see the header, hands up in the air. I think if any of the officials had seen that, could well have been a penalty.
Halifax looking to try and maintain this early pressure. But Stansfield with a good turn, and he was felled by Martin Foster.
We get a chance to see that again from the header from Ryan Sugden. Not quite conclusive in that shot, but why his hand was up in the air, Makandawari, I'm not sure.
Green, he's worked it through to Andy Williams. Still with plenty of work to do. Big, solid defenders that Halifax Town possess, none more so than Adam Quinn, the player of the year at the Shea.
There's a big lad, Adam Quinn. He's done a terrific job in the back three as it is now, back four as it has been for some of the season. Commanding central defender. And Chris Wilde will be more than happy with the opening start that Halifax have made today. I think Graham Turner will be a little bit concerned, but all the same it's 0-0, and they have got the ball down a couple of times, Hereford, without being really effective.
Helped on its way by Sugden. And this is Ryan Green. Was up until recently the youngest ever Welsh international. Lewin Neotangra of Derby County recently got a cap against Paraguay to take that accolade away from him. Here's Travis now for Hereford. Stansfield, this is a chance. Good block by Quinn. Kept alive by Andy Farrell.
Good little break by Simon Travis down the right-hand side. More of a defender, but does like to get forward when he can. And playing the right side of midfield, he's got the pace to get in behind. Decent little cross into Stansfield. I think he could have turned the other way and laid it off for Stanley, who was on rushing. Possibly could have seen a direct shot on goal.
Sugden, the target man again, got his header in there and couldn't pick out one of his teammates. What a weekend it has been for Ryan Sugden. He got married yesterday near Leeds to his sweetheart Sharon. Early to bed for him last night. He was driven down to the team hotel by his dad this morning, looking for a double celebration as he heads off on his honeymoon tomorrow. Here is Sugden, looking lively, looking for goal, and able to test Wayne Brown.
This is a good strike. He struck this so well, Ryan Sugden. It sat nicely for him, and it's bounced just in front of the goalkeeper, but he's taken it quite cleanly, Wayne Brown.
Sugden, who's already been on target in the playoffs, scored the second goal in the 3-2 home win against Grays.
Thing about him, Bill, as well, he runs the channels so well. He really keen and game, as they say, will get down the channels, and then he needs the support from the other two, Danny Forrest and Lewis Colleen.
Here's Simon Travis. Green will look for the cross, a high looping one for Andy Williams to try and get on the end of.
There's a poor cross in the end from Ryan Green, hanging in the air, easy for the goalkeeper. He'll be disappointed. He's got a better quality than that, Ryan Green.
Again, Sugden got there ahead of Tamika Makandawari.
There we see, Bill, though, when the ball goes into Sugden, the other two go in very, very narrow and try and live off the pieces when he gets his headers in.
Well, with the ball being played long in the air, it will be a little bit unpredictable. It's quite a gusty afternoon in the East Midlands. We've had plenty of rain earlier on, sunshine as well. Who knows what the weather conditions will be as the final ticks on. Here's Ryan Sugden.
You see Matt Doughty with a throw in now. There's will be a lot expected of him, and Steve Haslam on the right hand side to support in wide areas. Haven't got a great deal of width up front, so important the wing backs get forward.
Doughty. Wayne Brown always kept his eyes on that one, looking for a clean sheet. They've been rarities for the Hereford goalkeeper recently. Just one in his last 9 outings. Ferrell. Straight into the path of Quinn. That's hooked on by Foster. And Dean Beckwith. In a game like this, an occasion like this with the stakes so high, you wouldn't expect players to be given any sort of time to settle on the ball, and that's certainly been the case so far.
He's done well here, Craig Stanley, just to get out of the way. I don't think that's a free kick. I think the referee can play on there and just allow the game to flow. A little bit sharp on the whistle for me.
This is Steve Haslam. Sugden wouldn't stick with him, so Hereford could look to break again. No way forward though for Craig Stanley to go. Makandawari looking for Travis. Asked to do a job getting forward, Simon Travis. He's a defender by trade. With the playoff semi-finals going so well, Graham Turner reluctant to change anything in the starting lineup. You can understand that. Here's Foster now for Halifax. And Matt Doughty. Killeen, always a willing runner. Here's Sugden. Lewis Killeen again. Into Sugden, looks for the return. Lovely play, it's Killeen.
Terrific play by Lewis Killeen, wasn't it? He just drifts inside, gets the ball off of Ryan Sugden, then looks to play again. Ducks his shoulder, goes to the 1-2. Could he have dragged it back and pulled it back onto his right foot, but it's good play by Halifax.
Travis has got that. Now, did the goalkeeper make contact? Well, the Halifax defenders are furious with Simon Travis. The referee's given a goal kick.
Well, I think he was going down after he took the touch here, Simon Travis, but you've got to say, it's some poor defending. Was the goalkeeper, John Kennedy, a little bit slow off his line. You see Steve Haslam allowing the ball to run through. Well, I think Simon Travis has gone down a little bit too easily here. Yeah, we see it again, John Kennedy just pulling his arms out of the way. Travis again, though, showing his pace. No contact for me.
Not the first final of a week to have a goalkeeper involved in a decision. This time, no action taken by the referee. This is Ryan Green into Travis at the centre of that little controversy, helped on its way by Stansfield. Well, just the fact that Adam Stansfield's available to play in this game is a boost to Hereford. Fractured his cheekbone a few weeks ago, thought he'd be out for the rest of the season, but he's back. Such an important player up front for them. Janine almost caught out. This is now Tamika Makandawari.
I think what we're seeing, Bill, as well with Halifax, they're getting very, very tight. Tempo of the game is good from their point of view. They're playing very, very high tempo, not allowing Hereford to pass the ball around. And Chris Wilder's well aware that if Hereford gaining confidence, get the ball down, pass it in wide areas, get the ball into the box, Halifax will be in trouble. So he's set his team up to be very positive, very confident, and get tight. And if they get tight, Hereford are not allowed to play.
Sugden the target again. He's enjoying himself with the balls looped up to him. At the moment getting the better of the Hereford defence. This is Colleen. Back to Doughty. Time to pick out his man. He looked for Sugden. It's loose and it's over the bar.
This is a terrific ball into the box by Matt Doughty. Ryan Sugden getting up first. Well, that's a tight decision, isn't it? Offside was given, the flag did go up. Lee Forrest in an offside position, but it was a tight decision.
Stansfield looking to get the better of Quinn, not an easy thing to do, and he was unable to do it.
Maybe we saw the importance there of the players like Matt Doughty and Steve Haslam on the right-hand side, getting forward, Bill, getting deliveries into the box. Because what that'll give, it'll give Halifax extra players in and around the 6-yard box. You see Lewis Colleen and Ryan Sugden in there. Danny Forrest making a run from the right-hand side.
Sugden again, involved in the thick of things this time, just outnumbered. Green. And this is Travis. Up to Adam Stansfield. Worked on its way by Williams, but Hereford found their two strikers, both out wide on this right-hand side. No one filling the gap left in the middle. Here's Matt Doughty. And Martin Foster. Worry across to tidy things up. Well, a slice of history up for grabs for Halifax Town this afternoon. No side has ever been promoted to the Football League twice after 2 relegations. We finished champions of the conference back in 1998. Halifax, if they can overcome Hereford here, and Halifax will be the first side to get back into the Football League twice. Sugden. Craig Stanley can clear. Forward by Young. This is Stansfield. Only Andy Williams is in advance of him. Stansfield just idles forward. Young with the challenge. Foster, the shot from Stanley. What an effort that was.
Well, he's just helping out as he waited for Adam Stansfield to maybe pass, or he's just helping him out. The ball runs clear. I think he thought the challenge was coming in, and he thought he'd just drive it goalwards, Craig Stanley. It's a terrific effort. I've got to say, a good save as well. Oh, John Kennedy.
John Kennedy showing why he was voted as the Conference Player of the Month for April. The first corner for Hereford. Can they make it count? Makandawari. Back it comes by Ferrell. And Tyrone Thompson on hand to hook clear. Hereford suddenly coming to life. The catalyst, that excellent effort from Craig Stanley.
Just lost the momentum a little bit there, Hereford, but they regained possession. Let's get back into position, but a terrific effort it was by Craig Stanley. And again, we talk about the ability of Alex Janine as well, and corners, Bill, we spoke about him before. We've always said what a good deliverer of the ball he is, but possibly been slightly inconsistent in the last couple of games we've seen him play. But that was a good deep cross to the far side with a swinging in towards goal.
Here's Alex Janine, the former Exeter City player, to take the throw. It's given away by Hereford. Foster forward to Sugden. Here's Haslam. Sugden again. The fulcrum for the attacks for Halifax. It's gone to Foster now. Worry, comfortable clearance for the Hereford captain. The job not yet done though in terms of clearing their lines for the Bulls. Williams can get forward. The teenager breaks with real promise. Still it's Andy Williams.
Well, you've got to give him some credit there for persistence. Didn't really get his head up and look for the pass, but he knew what he wanted to do once he crossed that halfway line. Head down, driving towards goal. A couple of tricks on the way, gets his shot on target. Not really strong enough to beat John Kennedy. Nice and positive by Andy Williams.
The heavens have opened over the Walkers Stadium. The rain adding an extra bit of unpredictability to the occasion, perhaps. Either way, the opening half of the first half just as tight and as tense as we expected. Two sides with the most clean sheets in the division, unable to make the breakthrough so far, but there have been some good efforts at both ends of the field. Another one in the offing here perhaps as Stansfield carries forward, and it's wide.
Well, what a good chance this is for Rob Purdy. Ball just sits nicely for him. Stansfield makes the good run. It's a decent pass. Ryan Green just allows the ball to run free. Well, he's got his shot wrong completely, hasn't he, Rob Purdy? We see it again. It's bobbling, it's bouncing, it's come off his shin. A deep breath by Graham Turner. That's typical of Hereford. Halifax seem to be dominated for me through the midfield area, Bill. They've got the opportunity to break forward very, very quickly. A couple of shots on target for both sides so far.
Rob Purdy, who had that effort, started off his career at Leicester City, never played a senior game for them, but back for him where it all started.
Well, I think as we saw the ball to sit up slightly for him to take the shot on one or two times in this opening 20 minutes of the game, Bill. It has looked a little bit bumpy, the pitch, for me. And I think this rain now that's coming down will be beneficial to the game. I think the players will appreciate it.
Doesn't look too bad from a distance, the pitch, but Graham Turner, when he came to have a look at it earlier on in the week, was quite critical of the playing surface. Here's Colleen. Nearly comes for Forrest. Sugden.
Just needs to keep it there, Ryan Sugden. He couldn't quite find a bit of space, too many defenders around him. And Colleen again with that little bit of improvisation.
Williams nearly kept it in.
Unlucky there, Andy Williams, just trying to slide in on the greasy surface. Adam Quinn, big central defender, coming across, allowing it to run out of play. But this guy will run the channels all day long. 19 years of age, can score goals, but works so hard.
It's been quite a season for him. Came through the club's academy, and he's their top scorer with 12 goals. 2 of those coming in his last 3 games, Andy Williams. Real promise. The latest one to come through under Graham Turner. And should they fail to get promotion, he might be the latest one to move on. Such are the realities of life in the Nationwide Conference. Here's Thompson. And Danny Forrest. 2 Hereford players detailed to stop him. They're unable to do it. Sugden's return to Foster. Took a deflection, and it's behind for a goal kick.
Well, it's good play, isn't it? Danny Forrest initially coming inside. Looks for the 1-2 off Sugden. It's a little bit heavy for him. Martin Foster, though, with a wild slice on his left foot. Be disappointed. Again, maybe the conditions have a part to play in that greasy surface that we've got now. 1 or 2 of the players slipping over as well, Bill. I think it's caught them out by surprise.
Greg Young. And here's Doughty. On by the oldest man on the pitch, Peter Atherton. Nearly 300 games he played in the Premiership. And one of those was here at the Walkers Stadium, a 4-0 defeat with Bradford.
And also Rob Purdy's got a little bit of a knock as he went for a header. It just looks like a cut lip. Have to go off the field to play for this. As just runs into Peter Atherton now, I think. Just caught him across the side of the mouth. Well, the look of experience there from Peter Atherton, wasn't it? As if to say to Purdy, don't do that again.
No doubt about who came off second best in that particular tussle. I dare say Rob Purdy won't be doing it again.
I wouldn't mind betting, Bill, if he sees Peter Atherton going for a header, he'll just stand back and wait for the loose ball.
So while Rob Purdy is patched up temporarily down to 10 men, Hereford. Danny Foster, show too much to Stanley. This is Alex Janine now. Atherton has found Thompson, and here's Quinn. Greg Young's allowed to carry a long way forward against 10 men Hereford. Still Rob Purdy getting treatment. Here's an effort from Colleen. Oh, I say, what a goal from Lewis Colleen! It's 1-0 to Halifax, and it's an absolute beauty.
Oh, what a strike this is, isn't it, from Lewis Colleen, and he started the game very, very brightly. Greg Young allowed to run much too far. It's poor defending by Hereford. A little bit of good fortune for Halifax as the ricochet ball runs to Colleen. His first touch is absolutely terrific, but the strike is even better. Absolutely no chance for Wayne Brown in the Hereford goal. Terrific strike, well worthy of a goal by Lewis Colleen.
The man who scored the third goal against Grays in the home leg of the semi-final scores the opening goal of this conference promotion final, and he won't have scored many better than that. Of course, while Rob Purdy was off the field, so Hereford were down to 10 men. So it played too much of a part in the goal. And Rob Purdy still waits to come back onto the field. Thompson looking for Sugden, but asking too much of his striker. New shirt for Rob Purdy. 3 have been added to his number. He started wearing 21, he's got 24 on his back now. Here's Stansfield. Williams in the centre, so too Travis, but so too's the towering figure of Quinn.
Well, that's a good point, Adam Quinn winning the first of the ball anyway for that particular cross. He's a big fella, you've got to miss him out as a wide player. You've got to get your head up, see where the big central defender is, just miss him out. If he's far post, you whip it in near. If he's near post, you've got to get it over his head.
Still only 22, Adam Quinn, with his 4th season at the Shea now. Such an important player for the Halifax cause. Nearly a third of the game played. At the moment, it is the Shea men who are heading back to league football after a 4-year absence. Here's Forrest and Haslam in towards Sugden. The intention well read by Dean Beckwith. Quinn. Flag is up. And Sugden just coming back from an offside position to attack that ball.
They seem pretty comfortable at the moment. Halifax, obviously the goal has given that a little bit more confidence, hasn't it? There's Kaleem with a terrific strike. He's had 3 goes, hasn't he? A couple on target, and well worthy of the goal as well. Probably been the brightest of the forwards so far in this game, but I don't feel that Hereford have really got their game going yet, Bill. I think we've seen them many occasions before where their passing is slick and it's neat and it's crisp. And give some credit to Halifax, they haven't allowed Hereford to get into the flow of the game.
Dean Whitestone, the referee, it's first for him, his first game here at the Walkers Stadium. Just having a word with Dean Beckwith and Ryan Sugden to keep things calm. Good to see a yellow card the opening half hour of this final. Sugden got the touch on, Quinn is forward.
Good defended in the end as well by Hereford there. First header was won well. It's that second ball you need to get to first. Craig Stanley first to the ball after Tamika Makandawari gets his header away under enormous pressure from Quinn. Stanley does well. Boston came in.
Stansfield, that's well released into the path of Stanley. Now Andy Williams went for the chip, went straight into the back of Quinn. And Halifax are back in numbers. Here's Travis now. Green comes forward to lend a helping hand. Quinn's touch could have gone anywhere. And it's away by the experienced Atherton.
It's a good ball now. We talk about Ryan Green getting forward. That's what he's good at, getting forward, getting decent balls into the box.
Purdy. And Travis. Ryan Green. Appeals for handball. They will go on.
Unlucky Andy Williams couldn't quite get the ball out of his feet.
Promising burst forward this by Danny Forrest. Across came Beckwith to snuff out the danger. After Janine had been caught out.
Call a little bit flat-footed there. Alex Janine, central defender, coming across and doing his job well, very, very well.
What a game tomorrow, 2 o'clock. Sky Sports won the Championship playoff final for a place in the Premiership. The richest game in football, they call it. Leeds against Watford. There's Greg Young. Twice during the semi-final second leg win against Grays, he dislocated his shoulder. Twice it was popped back in. Missed a few days training this week, but back fighting fit for the task today. And so far so good for Halifax, but they're caught out here, and it's 1-1. It's Andy Williams, Hereford born and bred, who equalises.
Well, it's the sort of thing you wouldn't expect Halifax to get caught out by, but this is a wonderful cross. Good play by Makandawari coming out from the back, setting up the play wide for Adam Stansfield, who just sets it up and whips it far post. Peter Atherton completely caught out, and the simplest of tasks for Andy Williams to stoop down and head it into the bottom corner. Wonderful cross by Adam Stansfield for his strike partner.
It's lucky 13 for Andy Williams, the youngest man on the pitch, Hereford's top scorer. And Hereford respond in just the style that they would want. They've had so much playoff heartache over the last couple of seasons, finishing second in the conference 3 years in a row. They were not going to lie down and take it, and they're right back in this now. Look how much it means to Graham Turner, Mr. Hereford.
Well, he looks as hyped up as the players are at the moment, doesn't he? And rightly so.
It's on by McAndawari. Here's Tyrone Thompson. And Green. Travis. And Thompson. Williams is down, but Atherton allowed to play on by the referee. Return from Forrest, threaded in towards Stockton. Lane was waiting in the middle, but not allowed to get to the score of the Halifax goal.
Yeah, good defending by Dean Beckwith there as well. 1-on-1 against Ryan Sugden, just stands his ground, gets his foot in and pushes the ball away from the centre forward. That's good defending, helped out by Rob Purdy.
Farrell. McAndawari. Only really came into the side this season with the injury to Tony James. But he has certainly made that place his own. Craig Stanley. Williams has taken up a position out wide. Stansfield manoeuvring into one in the centre. Greg Young with the block.
Well, again, if you're going to play with three central defenders, best place to attack is in wide areas and get decent crosses in.
And by Green, on by Stansfield, the flag is up. Graham Turner making much of the fact that he has a young side out there. Certainly plenty of players under the age of 25, only 3 over 25, but that's also the case with Halifax. They have the most experienced man out there in Peter Atherton. Still plenty of youth in their setup too. It's Halifax who was certainly the first to settle in this final, but Hereford have got their nerves behind them. They've got the equaliser, and now they have the belief.
Well, again, we see Adam Stansfield running the channels, trying to get in behind Quinn. Adam Quinn and the 3 centre-backs. Probably one player wants to stay in the middle if he can. It's dragged out wide on occasions.
Young. Stanley got a toe in. Here's Stansfield. Travis. With a lot of space to run into. He's given it away rather cheaply. On by Haslam, experience of Premiership football himself with Sheffield Wednesday. Here's Travis. Looking for the return, still some work to do. Young has come across to help out Matt Doughty. Between them though, the Halifax pair couldn't keep it in play.
We'd have to say from the goal as well, Bill, about confidence is lifted by Hereford, and players now looking more like the players we know from Hereford, who get forward and really try and play their silky skills in the higher part of the pitch.
Green, Stansfield underneath it. And what a save that was. It's still alive. Here's Stansfield. The second terrific save made by John Kennedy though.
Well, there's a good save, and it's a stooping header by Rob Purdy at the far post. And we see him just climbing over the top of his defender. Gets the header bang on target. Terrific save by John Kennedy. Might have been a little bit wider of him. Well, I think that would have gone in the bottom corner. Not a great deal of power. Good direction.
Away by Young. As we approach the last 5 minutes of the first half, it's Hereford who seem to be finishing the half the stronger. They certainly started second best.
Just feel that Halifax playing a little bit too deep. Since the goal, back three have just dropped off a little bit more than they were prior to the goal. It's just allowing Hereford to have that little bit more space, especially the two midfield players.
Between these two at the moment. Over the 42 games of the conference season, 5 points separated them. It's second against fourth. Worry. And Farrell, he's stolen it away. The chase for Stansfield. The ball rolling along the line, and the keeper had to come out and act as sweeper.
It's a decent little ball down the line as well, sort of thing that Adam Stansfield will run onto all day long. Goalkeeper had to make sure.
Farrell dispossessed by Forrest. Sugden, the only Halifax player inside the Hereford half. It's glanced off the back of Atherton's head, and Quinn with a wonderful recovery, using his strength to the full.
Well, the referee's given a free kick, but I don't see too much wrong with that. Adam Quinn doing very well. Just see the flick on here by Halifax defenders. Quinn just getting back. The referee can play on that.
Thompson.
I think you'd have to say, Bill, as well in this first half that the opening stages of the game really went Halifax's way and looked more brighter of the two sides, and just on occasions Hereford seemed to break through, and since they got their goal back now it's much more even between the two sides. They're playing much more cagey football.
Doughty looking for Sugden. He was in an offside position again.
Well, a good play by Dean Beckwith there, just stepping up. He realises the last defender. Sugden in a offside position.
Sugden, one of the players out there in the Halifax side with playoff experience, played in both legs of Chester's penalty defeat to Doncaster. That was back in 2003. Stanley, he's found Stansfield. A chase for Farrell. Now Janine. Flag up against Adam Stansfield that time. He'd love to get a goal. It haven't been easy to come by for the England semi-pro international, the former Yeovil player. Just one in his last 10 outings. If he is able to find one here today, it would take him into double figures for the season. An injury-affected season for him with that broken cheekbone. Here's Travis. Stanley and Andy Williams. Travis. Blocked away by Quinn.
Good defending by Adam Quinn, but I think Simon Travis sees the opportunity to spin the ball in behind. Doesn't quite get it in the right area.
3 white shirts for Hereford to try and pick out, but again it's Quinn who gets his considerable frame in the way. Ferrell, a flick by Green, on by Stansfield. Prodded away by Atherton. Williams trying to manoeuvre himself out of a very tight situation. Hereford continue to probe. Two minutes of stoppage time added at the end of the first half, and it's Hereford doing all the pushing. It's Ferrell's shot. They can be awkward, those ones, skidding off a wet pitch.
There's patience, isn't it, by Hereford? Some good passing, 1 and 2 touch. I think Ferrell's first touch wasn't the best. It sat up nicely for him, though. Decided to take the strike on. It's a good volley, bang on target.
This is Sugden. Colleen making a run. Now Lewis Colleen taken off his toes well by Stanley. He seemed to have woken up to the danger of Lewis Colleen, and he's getting much closer attention. And you'd certainly detail it for him after that wonderful goal which opened up the scoring. Here's Stansfield trying to find a way beyond Young. The corner kick is Hereford's reward.
Well, that's good defending by Greg Young in the end, but I think he allowed Adam Stansfield too much room to turn and run the ball at him. But he stood up very, very well, gets his foot in. I tend to think this is possibly the last attack of the game. Can Hereford take advantage?
Janine with the corner, a deep one. Ferrell. Purdy. Good claim by Kennedy.
He's come over the top of Adam Quinn, hasn't he, to take it. Good shout by the goalkeeper. You see the ball in by Purdy. It's not a good ball in. It's easy for either goalkeeper or the 2 defenders. He's been nice and positive in this greasy wet surface. Takes the ball very, very well. It's a poor ball in by Rob Purdy. Late in the first half, expect him to fizz it in a little bit flatter.
It's been a first half that's ebbed and flowed in terms of possession play and in terms of the side on top. And as we approach half-time, there's nothing between them. Halifax and Hereford, both still dreaming of heading to the Football League, and both with very real dreams that are still very much alive.